Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Bo-Katan fan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, we just finished reviewing the season 2 finale of The Bad Batch, hence my makeup. It's inspired by Crosshair. It is time for another episode of The Mandalorian. So last week's episode was a pretty good one. We kind of got to see multiple things. One of the foundlings was taken by this dragon type creature. I just keep calling them dragon type creatures. And so we saw the Mandalorians really have to band together to rescue this foundling, and this was an operation that was largely led by Bo-Katan. We see Bo-Katan time and time again prove herself as being pretty selfless, first with helping Din and then now helping this child. She's really kind of fitting in with this tribe, which is surprising me because I thought initially when Din was going to bring her to the tribe that she would kind of be a little more hesitant and more defiant in a way by taking off her helmet, let's say, because that's what she's used to. But instead she seems to be adopting their ways, and that was solidified in the end there when the armorer gave her a new plate with the mythosaur. So she now wears one of the owl and one of the mythosaur. So I think that definitely shows that she is forging a new path now as a new Bo-Katan. We saw that they adopted the baby dragon creatures as well. I don't know if they're going to be a part of the Mandalorian army now. Are we going to see them ride them the same way that we have seen the Targaryens ride them, you know, in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon? We also saw a flashback with Grogu, and we saw who rescued him, and it was none other than Kelleran Beck. He was in Jedi Temple Challenge, which is a game show for Star Wars. It has young kids as contestants doing Jedi type training and challenges. Kelleran Beck's character is in that show, but this is the first time we're seeing him in a TV show like this, and he's played by none other than Ahmed Best, who's also the voice of Jar Jar Binks. So it's cool that he is getting a chance to redeem himself, because obviously his character was not well received by a lot of people, Jar Jar, and I think that he got a lot of hate for it, which is so unfortunate. Honestly, I love the Star Wars community, but on the other hand, we can be pretty brutal sometimes, so it's nice that he's getting another shot at Star Wars and that he's still even willing to take part in the franchise in this way. I would definitely say that I am enjoying The Mandalorian so far. The only kind of question, I guess, or problem that I would have is I'm wondering where the story is going. It kind of seems to be jumping in different directions. When the season started, it was clear the story was Mando wants to go to the living waters to redeem himself so that he can atone for taking off his helmet. Okay. And then in order to do that, he was going to revive his droid, but we haven't even seen the droid again, the IG-11. And now he's done that. So then now kind of where's the story? Then we have that one episode with Elia Kane and the doctor, Dr. Pershing, which is a great episode, but then now we haven't seen them for a little bit. So I'm wondering where that storyline's going. I guess I'm just kind of waiting to see what the main storyline is going to be going forward from this point on to the finale. So yeah, but lots more episodes to go to the finale, so I'm excited to see what's in store for us guys. So anyways, without further ado, let's blast our way into the next episode and check out what's in store for us.
I defeated Moff Gideon, sent off to the New Republic for interrogation.
I wonder if we're going to see Gideon in this episode, or maybe have mention of him.
Right over by the hot springs.
Hmm.
What do you say? You make a very fine lawman.
So I guess we're going to see him maybe again.
Is there a problem here, Magistrate?
Oh, these guys. So are we going to see their boss, maybe? The green guy? I forget his name.
I have no quarrel with you, Gorian Shard.
Gorian Shard, that's his name.
Spare your life.
Kid, never trust a pirate.
Interesting. From that recap, I can't actually tell what we're going to see this episode. We saw Grief Karga, we saw Moff Gideon, we saw the pirates, Bo-Katan.
Hold on a second.
What's going on? Are the pirates back, maybe? Or the Empire? Isn't that Gorian Shard's ship? Yeah, it's the pirates.
You're being hailed, sir. You get the citizens to say.
Oh man, what do they want now? This guy's ugly boy.
Guildmaster of the Nevarro hunters. All I see
Mm-hmm.
is a pampered nobleman. And don't mistake my hospitality for weakness. Is that what you call gunning down my helmsman? He shot first. Now I will shoot
Oh great.
first. Nevarro is now under the protection of the New Republic. Nevarro isn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that a lie? Because he said he didn't want to bow down to another organization.
The New Republic can't even protect the Mid-Rim from the pirate nation. Don't hail me again unless it's to surrender.
This guy's a pain, eh? He's actually fearful. He just doesn't want to show it, right? Because then it'll come across as weakness. Yeah, he could use Mando's help right about now. Wow, they're full out opening fire like that.
I won't abandon my city. Have to get the people to safety.
Wow. I feel like that's almost uncharacteristic of pirates. To do that, to start an all-out war and kill civilians, I feel like pirates are more kind of like what Honda would do. Look for business opportunities, and maybe they would kill some people if they get in the way or something. But to start an all-out war like that, this guy's serious, I guess, eh? These look like New Republic fighters. Oh, him! I think the message is from Grief Karga, right?
We have been attacked by Pirate King Gorian Shard. The situation is dire.
Too bad. I really thought Nevarro was gonna make it.
Wait!
They haven't returned dispatch in weeks. They're swamped. Naked.
Is that Zeb? That is so Zeb!
They can't ignore me face to face.
What?
Your attitude. Good luck.
That sounds like his voice! Wow! I wasn't expecting that. Shoot, so we know what he's been up to since Rebels now, roughly. That is wow. So now we've seen Ahsoka, we've seen Zeb, and we're obviously going to have Sabine and Ezra. So we're bringing more and more characters from Rebels into live action. Wow, what a nice surprise. This girl, she needs to get hers, man.
You, Scoot.
I've seen this actor before. I can't remember where he's from though.
A Delphi base.
Delphi. You're a long way from home.
I'm requesting authorization and backup for a Delphi squadron in dealing with the pirate siege on Nevarro.
Haven't heard of it.
I wonder if they're not going to send reinforcements.
Captain Taylor, we have been attacked by Pirate King Gorian offered that I might reach out.
My guess is they're not sending assistance. I don't know, we'll see.
Excuse me, Colonel. I'm going down to the commissary.
Bitch.
Thank you, and I'm fine for now. Have you ever heard of Nevarro?
Spent some time there. They have yet to sign the charter.
It's not good.
We can't leave them defenseless.
But we have a backlog of requests from member worlds that have priority.
Navarro has reported accounts of stormtroopers. The citizens speak of Moff Gideon occupying the town, and now a pirate king is attempting the same thing? As I'm hearing, Moff Gideon never made it to trial.
This isn't a rebellion anymore.
So,
Perhaps the leaders of Nevarro need to understand why becoming a Republic signatory is valuable.
by letting them suffer. Sounds like a rather imperial way of thinking.
Tell me about it.
It often takes a new perspective before one is able to see the light. I was liberated.
Oh my goodness, this girl's so full of shit. So we're gonna see the doctor this episode too?
All these events, it's not coincidence. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Isn't that the truth? That's what always happens, right? That's why one organization falls and another rises. Then that one falls and then another rises. I still don't know what that girl's plan is. Damn, the situation really is dire. Who's looking through the binoculars there? Oh, it's him.
I have sent a message to the New Republic. Help is on the way.
It's on the way, it's just a question of when it's gonna get there. Can Mando help at all? Oh, I think that's, what's the guy's name? Carson Teva? Yeah, he's going to see Mando.
There you are.
Yeah, Bo-Katan's ship isn't exactly discreet. Are they all gonna come walking out?
The Delphi Rangers!
Oh.
I have a time-pressing matter to attend to.
Mandalorians pride ourselves on our secrecy.
Someone I served with in a rebellion is amongst your ranks.
Oh, the droid. Haha.
The entire covert will now have to relocate. Or we could kill him.
Grief Karga sent this holo message.
Oh crap. Damn.
He's asking for help.
Why are you really here?
The New Republic has to know that the Empire is growing again.
You think the Pirate King has something to do with it?
Something doesn't smell right. I just came to tell you your friend is in danger. I thought you should know.
Is that some type of reverse psychology? I like how Bo-Katan walks. It's very like a lot of confidence, you know? You go, girl.
I gotta help the guy.
You can't do it alone.
She's gonna help you. She likes him. I don't care what she says. I don't care what anybody says.
Fought against him.
She likes him.
Rescued me from his ambush. Since then, has risked his life to save mine, as well as the foundling in my charge.
There he is.
Help rescue Nevarro before it's too late. I am in no position to ask for any more of you. Grief Karga is now a high magistrate and has offered me a tract of land on his independent world.
Oh, he could use that for their location even. For the tribe.
So our culture may flourish and our children can feel what it is to play in the sunlight.
What say the armorer?
Does anyone else wish to speak?
Oh, whoever holds that can speak, I think, right?
I do. I fought against Grief Karga and his hunters.
This doesn't sound like it's leading to anywhere good.
I saw many die to save the life of this one tiny foundling. Why should we lay our lives down yet again? Because we are Mandalorians.
Oh! I wasn't expecting that.
Disagreements with this man, but he risked his life to save my son. And Bo-Katan Kryze did not give up on my child's life.
I was not expecting the conversation to go that way. Or the speech to go that way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I'll use this to drop you in, and you will operate as a tight military unit. If everyone acts as they should, we can use the element to surprise and defeat an enemy that outnumbers us.
I think I remember this from the trailer. There's a scene where they're jumping out of a ship.
The N1 will distract the Corsair and her snuff fighters as we drop in to liberate the planet below. Nevarro is an independent planet, but it's that very independence that makes it appealing for you to settle.
That's true. That's true. I feel like this is an opportunity for them to establish themselves as leaders, right? The planet will be loyal to them if they're the ones that could liberate them. That's why the New Republic, in a way, is not... Oh, shoot, they really did a number on it, eh? They're not thinking in a way because they're not going to care to join the New Republic now if they don't help. Damn. I'm getting drunk and everything.
There's a starfighter off our port bow.
Oh, shoot. I kind of thought they'd be a little more discreet than that.
The starfighter. Follow him.
All of you to return.
Mandalorian.
That's vain, right?
Be careful, my friend. They've got you outnumbered 10 to 1.
Ooh.
Bet you do.
He likes those odds. Don't kill me.
Approaching drop point.
Yeah, this is the part that we saw in the trailer, guys. There, yeah. So they're gonna go in there and fight off all the pirates. Damn. They are not playing around. They're cheering! Don't kill me.
I'm over the flats with snuff fighters in pursuit. You're clear to start your run.
There's another ship, Captain.
They're in trouble.
They're pursuing the Mandalorian. You won't get away this time.
He's so dead set on revenge that he's not seeing the bigger picture. They're getting help. You have to would have walked right into that if it weren't for the creature warning them. Behind you! Shoot, can somebody come from above to help them? Yep. Oh, man. Damn. They're not taking any prisoners either. There's Paz Vizsla there, right? It's interesting, even though we've never seen their faces, actually, they still have so much character present, each of them, you know? Ooh, crap, they're starting to be overwhelmed now. Oh, crap. That's Grief Karga's compound, I think. Careful, Bo-Katan. There he is.
He's above you! He's below you!
He's behind you. He's there. Oh, that's the armor! Right? She's badass. Do they not hear it behind her? What's happening? I guess not because of the blaster fire. Damn, she just took them all on like that. You go, girl. Now the people came back. Not so tough now. Ooh.
Been a pleasure serving you, Captain.
But it's time to part ways.
He's abandoning him? Is he gonna pull a Grievous? Grievous would always escape and leave his droids on the ship.
He's targeting the townspeople.
Oh, crap. Wow, man. What is this guy's problem? Well, we know his problem, but still. Is he literally about to die right now and just go down with the ship? Yeah, that explosion looks epic. Is he really dead? In Star Wars, you never know.
You are fine Mandalorian liberators, to whom this planet is forever indebted.
Yep.
I, Magistrate Grief Karga, High Magistrates,
To
hereby cede all land from the western lava flats
the Mandalorians.
to the fine people of Mandalore. You may no longer have a home planet, but you do now have a home.
Oh, damn. That was pretty deep. I like that. You may not have a home planet, but you do now have a home. What does she want to talk to her about? The Mythosaur, maybe? Or is she going to appoint her to some type of higher position? Is it regarding the Darksaber? Where is the Darksaber even? She was the last one fighting with it, right? So she probably has it. Why is she not stepping into the light?
I have been to the great forge on Mandalore.
But
I remember the forge well. The air rang with the music of 100 hammers. And here stood a simple one. They were both forges.
what is she getting at?
Remove your helmet.
What?
Do you respect my station?
I do.
Why is she having her do that? Is she gonna remove hers too? Or is it a test? Is she gonna remove her helmet too, the armor?
Our people have strayed from the way. It is not enough for a few to walk it. We must walk the way together. All Mandalorians.
What does that mean?
I was taught that the Mythosaur existed only in legends. You saw it. You have walked both worlds. You are the one who can unite us.
She's the chosen one? Interesting. Huh, I wasn't sure where that conversation was gonna go actually initially. Her helmet's off! It's everybody! So, what does this mean? Are some of them gonna be able to remove their helmets? Or is she the only one who can?
Bo-Katan Kryze is going off to bring other Mandalorians in exile to us.
But she shows her face.
Bo-Katan walks both worlds. She can bring all tribes together.
Interesting. Man, Bo-Katan is the chosen one for the Mandalorians. Like, who is this here? This is their Carson Teva guy? Or the New Republic officer? Uh-oh. Whose shuttle is that? Is it the Pirates shuttle? Vane? better be careful going out by himself like that all the time. Or is it a trap?
Sending you a transponder signal.
What's going on here?
It's a New Republic prison transport.
Uh-oh.
Flight time has matched the ship transporting Moff Gideon.
Oh, crap. He's out there. So it was some sort of prison break.
This was an extraction.
I bet you Elia Kane has something to do with his rescue. That's probably why she's moving the way she is, because she's still loyal to him. What is that?
It's a fragment of Beskar alloy.
Are you saying
Beskar? Mandalorians?
Mandalorians?
What? Or is it a... Whoever did it is maybe setting up the Mandalorians to make it look like they're the ones who took him. We got some stuff to talk about, guys. Okay, so interesting episode of The Mandalorian. There's definitely lots to go over. I guess we could start with the end scene, to be honest. I feel like somebody is setting up the Mandalorians to make it look as though they were the ones who extracted Moff Gideon, but I don't think that they were actually involved. But the question is, who is / was involved? Does Elia Kane have something to do with it? I still feel as though she might know he's alive and is still loyal to him, and that's why she's acting the way that she is. And even with what she did to Dr. Pershing episodes back, if you'll recall from that episode, he kind of called her out in front of the others by saying, oh, I didn't know anybody from Moff Gideon's ship was here. And she didn't seem to really like that by her reaction to what he said. So maybe she wanted his memory wiped so that there'd be nobody there that knew so much about her past because he is still alive. Something like that. That's my thought. But I think that she has something to do with it and definitely knows that he's alive somehow. And I think that her loyalty to the New Republic is definitely just a facade. I think she has her own intentions. So does that mean that Moff Gideon is still secretly calling the shots and he's infiltrating the New Republic and he's gonna help establish the new empire, right? Which will, I'm pretty sure will actually be the First Order, right? That's the next empire. When Carson Teva, I think was his name, Carson, was talking to the New Republic officer, they seemed so nonchalant about everything. They didn't seem interested in helping Nevarro at all, especially because they weren't a member of the Republic. They seemed like they didn't really mind leaving them out to dry. And you could see Elia Kane obviously didn't mind either. And she was talking about how some people just need to be persuaded to see the light or something like that. So you could tell she definitely has imperial tendencies still. But I think what that shows too is two things. One, it shows the New Republic is kind of similar to the Empire in the sense that they don't really care about the people sometimes. They seem to only care when situations benefit them. So if the people were a member of the Republic, who knows, maybe that means they have to pay certain fees and whatnot, and they're giving them money, okay, maybe then they'll help you because you're a member to them. But if you're not, oh well, good luck. The other thing it shows us is how organizations let their guard down. The man was very much of the mindset, oh, we're not a rebellion anymore, you know, we're much larger than that. Look, we have this network and blah, 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 and we're more powerful now. Almost as if to say the Empire is no longer a threat. And Carson is trying to warn him, they are appearing again. And this is the same problem that each organization has. They get so powerful to the point where they are kind of naive in thinking that their power is going to be permanent, which power is never permanent, right? Even look at Greef Karga in this episode. He was high magistrate, everything was going well, and then one simple pirate attack and he is on the verge of losing everything if it weren't for the Mandalorians, right? We're seeing that the New Republic is making the mistake perhaps of underestimating the threat that the Empire poses still, which is arguably the same mistake the Empire made with the rebellion and underestimating the power that the rebels had. So yeah, we got to see what happens with that, especially with the whole Moff Gideon thing and Elia Kane. What's her deal? Is she going to play a role in helping take the New Republic down with the help of Moff Gideon? Or maybe Moff Gideon is going to take the New Republic down with the help of Elia Kane. And how many others are there like her? Just like the Empire could never know for sure that the rebels didn't have contacts within their network, the Imperial network. In the same way, the New Republic can't be sure that the Empire doesn't have contacts within the New Republic's network. We saw what happened with Greef Karga and Nevarro, and he was on the verge of losing everything. But fortunately for him, the Mandalorians were able to come in and save the day, and it looks like they're gonna now find a new home on Nevarro. And I think Greef Karga said something like, you may not have a home planet, but you have a home. And that's really powerful. It's the whole idea of home is where the heart is. And we've seen that theme play out in the Bad Batch as well. No matter where the Bad Batch find themselves in the galaxy, they're always gonna be a family, a squad, and home home's going to be wherever they are. But I am kind of wondering what's going to happen now with the Mandalorians, because Carson from the New Republic basically warned the Mandalorians about Greef Karga, so they're kind of allies / on good terms. But now he's just discovered that a piece of their Beskar armor was found at the Moff Gideon extraction site. So is he going to now think that they are guilty? Is he going to go after Mando and the tribe? Or is he going to be able to see through it and see the bigger picture? Or was it actually one of the Mandalorians that was responsible for this? And is there somebody within the tribe that can't be trusted? That could also be a possibility as well. Back to the whole liberating of Nevarro, that was a good action sequence that we got there. They basically were able to overcome the pirates. Gorian, I think that's his name, Gorian, the pirate leader, the captain. Is he really dead? Because in Star Wars, you never really know. Until you see a body, nobody's ever really dead. Even in the Clone Wars, Aura's saying her ship crashed and she was presumed dead. Ahsoka was actually the one that caused her ship to crash, but then she reappeared later. Point is, you never know if somebody's really dead unless you see a body in Star Wars, and so I'm wondering if he is still alive, because the only issue I would have is if he was killed off so quickly like that, it would kind of seem like a little bit of a waste because he was just introduced a couple episodes back and then now he's dead. I would kind of hope he's playing some type of greater role in the future. Maybe he would work with the new Rising Empire or something like that. Only time will tell if we'll see Gorian again. And speaking of seeing characters, we saw Zeb. What a surprise. I did not expect that at all. You can definitely see that there's a trend of introducing these characters from animation into live action, which I think is great because it gives the live action audiences who perhaps don't watch the animation a chance to go back and watch animation, right? Because it is canon, it is Star Wars, so if you don't watch it, you are missing out on the main storyline. Just like when Ahsoka appeared in The Mandalorian, I think viewership was up for the Clone Wars for the next little while because a bunch of people went back and watched the Clone Wars and presumably Rebels to find out more about who Ahsoka is. So yeah, it was nice to see him. It looks like he's one of the New Republic Rangers, so I'm curious to see what his role is going to be going forward. Obviously, you don't have a character introduced like Zeb in that way and just not have him show up again. So I think that either we'll see him again this season, maybe towards the finale, or if not, maybe we'll see him in Ahsoka. The other big part of this episode was Bo-Katan. She really is having quite the character arc. This episode, she removed her helmet at the request of the armorer, and that was a big moment. The way the armorer had told her that she walks both worlds and she can unite the people. As I said during my reaction, it's almost like she's the chosen one for the Mandalorians. She kind of has to bring balance to the tribes, I guess, instead of balance to the Force. And it's something I did not expect from Bo-Katan's character, but you see what she's gone through even in these first few episodes. She saw the mythosaur. I think that's a big thing for both those characters, because the armorer, to hear that something actually exists that she'd only heard about in legends, would definitely change and open her perspective. But same thing for Bo-Katan, because prior to seeing the mythosaur, she was kind of very much of the mindset, these are just superstitions and children's stories whenever she talked to Mando about his tribe and their beliefs. And now she's actually seeing something that was just superstition and in legends in real life with her own eyes. So that's gotta definitely change her perspective. She now has the mythosaur and the owl, so she's wearing both, which definitely symbolizes she is on a new path now. And now you have the armorer saying that she can take off her helmet and she walks both ways. So that's pretty powerful that Bo-Katan was able to have such an influence like that on the tribe, and especially the armorer. It looks like she's gonna be leaving for a bit. Now, are Mando and Grogu going to go with her, or are they going to stay behind? It's a very deserving path for her character. I think for a long while, she's been destined to be a leader. Even in the Clone Wars, Ahsoka said that to her too, that Mandalore needs a new leader. And she's come a long way from when she was first introduced in the Clone Wars, obviously. She was kind of a villain in the Clone Wars, and now look at her, she's becoming a force for good and on her way to uniting people, her people. I guess the only thing I'm thinking now is I am really wondering where the story again is going. So Bo-Katan is going off now to find other Mandalorians and to unite all of Mandalorians, or all of Mandalore, so to speak. So I guess, what are they uniting against right now? Who is going to be the big threat? Is it going to be the new Rising Empire? Is it going to be the New Republic? Is it going to be Moff Gideon because it looks like he's still alive? And I still kind of question Mando and Grogu's storyline a little bit because, like I mentioned before, I love seeing the two of them together. They're like father and son, and they're just absolutely adorable. But long term, I'm kind of wondering, is Grogu going to be trained to be Mandalorian? That's the only possible obstacle this series could face, because it almost seems like other characters are getting more development and more of a direction than Mando and Grogu, who are the main characters. You look at Bo-Katan, obviously, you see where she's going. Even Elia Kane, she looks like she's kind of getting her own direction, possibly working under Gideon. But again, Mando and Grogu, I don't know. The way that Star Wars is, things can't stay the same forever. Even Anakin and Ahsoka, they were Master and Padawan, obviously, but you know that didn't last. And Anakin ended up falling to the dark side. Ahsoka took her own path. So anyways, I'm just kind of speculating what the season's going to show us in terms of Mando and Grogu's storyline. Nonetheless, this episode did show us a lot, and I am curious to see what happens next and who's behind the whole Gideon thing. We gotta get to the bottom of that. So anyways, guys, you let me know what you thought down below in the comments, as always, of the episode and what you're looking forward to in the next coming episodes. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you next week for an all new episode of The Mandalorian. Until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.